First on the show today, I'd like to welcome Wall Street Journal editorial page editor Paul Gigot.
Hey, Mary. Nice to be here.
Great to be with. Thanks for being with us. So we've got Super Tuesday coming up tomorrow. We are a business and financial newspaper. We're all about numbers. So first, let's talk a little bit about the numbers. We've got 10 states, 419 delegates up for grabs, but the candidates need over 1,000. I think 1,144 to win.
Right.
Now, just by those numbers, no one candidate can clinch the nomination tomorrow.
Well, that's for sure. Not even come close.
So why does Super Tuesday matter?
Well, it matters a lot because a lot's at stake for Rick Santorum in particular. Having lost Michigan, he needs to win Ohio, I think, to be able to say, look, I can still remain a real viable challenger to Mitt Romney. If Mitt Romney wins Ohio, along with the other states, he's likely to win. We know he's going to win. He's going to win in Virginia because nobody else on the ballot other than Ron Paul. His home state, he's going to win in Massachusetts. He's likely to win the Idaho caucuses. He's likely to win the Vermont. He's likely to win a couple of other states. So Ohio is crucial for Santorum to be able to say, look, my main sales pitch here is I can win blue-collar voters, I can win evangelical Christians in this culturally conservative state that is Ohio, bellwether state. If he loses there, I think it really hurts him. Well,
I think we've actually got some numbers here that we can put up on Ohio from Real Clear Politics. It shows a pretty even race.
Very close. I don't think anybody...
Very close race. But it wasn't always a close race. I think you've seen Romney really close the gap here on Santorum in the last couple of days. What has changed? Did he get a boost from the Michigan and Arizona primaries, or was something else going on?
No, I think that's what's happened. That's been a big part of it. He got a big boost in Michigan, and with the double play, he won 2. Okay, Santorum had hoped to win, and even though it was narrow, his defeat, Santorum's in Michigan, all the headlines said he lost. Okay, the other thing that's been happening is money. Romney still has the more organization. He has more money to put into it. He's outspending Santorum in this state as he has in so many. So that's been a big advantage too, and it has closed. You'd have to say the momentum right now is for Romney, but Santorum could still pull this out.
We're talking to Wall Street Journal editorial page editor Paul Gigot on Super Tuesday. Paul, we're talking about states. We started out with states where Romney is either pulling close to the lead or has a clear advantage, like his home state of Massachusetts, or rather where he was governor, not his home state. He was in Michigan. But how about a state like Tennessee, where we're seeing, and again, if we can put up the numbers here, an even race. But here we have Santorum still in the lead. Is that likely to continue, or do you think that momentum could take over in Tennessee?
I expect Santorum to win Oklahoma, and you would think he would win Tennessee, which is a conservative state, where he had been ahead by bigger numbers. Again, though, we've seen Romney rise, and Romney is closer in Tennessee, and if he could beat Santorum in Tennessee, wow, that would really be a blow to Santorum. So, and that's been the trend. I mean, Romney has been catching up. Again, it's money and momentum. Also, I think probably a third M message. Romney's economic message is getting better. For a while there, you know, he had the 59-point plan, and I'm a businessman, and look at my biography. I know because I created jobs, I can do it in politics too. And inadequate for a lot of people. But he's, with his tax plan, 20% tax cut across the board, new messaging. Now he's a tax reformer. He's giving something larger than Mitt as a message. He's making his campaign more of a cause. I think that's making some Republicans feel better about him and say, okay, I can reconcile myself to Romney, whatever my doubts are.
Now, there's been a lot of talk about the swing states, but also about the South and how important it is for the Republicans to win in the South.
Well, they'll win in the South in November for sure.
Okay, but Georgia, it looks like it's going to be a Gingrich victory. Again, I think we've got some numbers here. If I just go to my notes, Gingrich about 42%, Romney running at about 24%. That's a pretty big gap there.
I would expect Gingrich to win Georgia.
Does it matter?
It matters in the sense that it keeps him in the race. I mean, if he lost Georgia, then I would think he'd have to leave. So Gingrich can say, look, I want another state. And if Santorum in particular doesn't win more than 1 or 2 states, then he can say, I have as much claim as Santorum to stay in as the anti-Romney candidate. So it does matter in that sense. And I think Santorum said, maybe it was yesterday or today, look, if Gingrich would leave the race, then I would beat Romney. But if Gingrich wins Georgia, he won't leave, I don't think.
Right. Now, we had a couple big endorsements over the weekend. Senator Tom Coburn, House Majority Leader Eric Cantor.
Right.
Do these endorsements matter? Do they really give Mitt Romney a boost, or is this just sort of headline grabbing but not that important?
I don't think they matter that much, but they matter in the sense that they add to what I would say is this sense that the Republican establishment and the conservative establishment, or parts of it, are kind of reconciling themselves to Romney and saying, okay, maybe he wasn't my first choice, maybe he wasn't my second choice to get in to be the nominee, maybe he wasn't my third choice, but of all the people in the field, he's got the best chance to beat Obama. And so they're slowly but surely kind of coming around and saying, you know, we got to run with the guys we got, and this is the best of the lot.
I see. We've got less than a minute left, so for viewers who might just be joining us, watching Super Tuesday tomorrow, is Ohio really the state to watch?
I think it's the most important one, yeah. I mean, I'd look in Tennessee to see if Romney can somehow win there, but Ohio is the key state. It's key because it's a bellwether nationally. Republicans have to win it in November if they're going to beat Obama. It's also a place where some of the demographics are better for Santorum than they were in Michigan. You have more evangelicals as a share of the primary electorate, almost certainly. You also have more downscale economically voters, fewer who make under $100,000, fewer who attended college. That's where, if you look at the exit polling in some of the other races, that's where Santorum's been beating Romney. If somehow, with those advantages, Romney can still beat Santorum, with those disadvantages, Romney can still beat Santorum in Ohio, it really is going to give a big boost to Romney going forward.